You've got a ganglion behind those teeth, which you call your brain or your sort of alleged mind. And this thing is really basically there for two purposes. One, to be cunning enough to get something to eat, to put down the tube, and the other, you know what, Mr. Freud, and everything else, you see, can be construed as an elaborate, subtle way of pretending that that's not really what you want to do. Now, this is a very strange thing, you see, that it is partly true that the universe, so far as its biological aspect is concerned, is this weird system that lives by everybody eating everybody else, and then nobody worries. And when a fish is served up, it does indeed look like a fish, but it's not the squiggly, squirmy fish that comes out on the end of the fisherman's line. You know, when you really fish, you realize that the fish doesn't like it very much. For this gangster arrangement, we are the most predatory monsters on earth. So let me repeat. So let me repeat. For this gangster arrangement. For this gangster arrangement. We are the most absolutely ravaged by a man, see? So it's open, open, open. But now comes if we take the dark view of things, the horrible view. Excuse me if I go into some rather grisly details, but have you ever heard of a vagina dentata? That is the idea that in the sexual organ of the woman there are teeth. And a lot of men have this fantasy, and so are rendered impotent. They can't make love because they feel that the price of this blessed experience, this creative experience, loving experience, is you're going to get dropped. You're going to get emasculated. You're going to lose your precious member. For this So, this is a view of the world as a system of mutual exploitation and of maximal selfishness. Now, it's a very profitable view, utter rascal. You're a complete, utter rascal. Now, the Christians have avoided this, because although they say in their Episcopalian form of confession that we have erred and strayed from thy ways like lost sheep, and we have followed too much the devices and desires of our own hearts, too much. We have offended against thy holy laws. We have done those things we ought to have done those things which we ought not to have done, and there is no help in us. But it ought to be different. And we're going to do our best to amend with the help of God's grace. That is a real charm. If you equate health with genuine love and perfect unselfishness, and that becomes an increasingly ever-deepening puzzle. Now, I've often referred to this. When you say to somebody else, I love you, it's always rather disconcerting to the person to whom you say that. If you imply that you love them with a pure, disinterested, and holy love, they automatically suspect it as being a little bit phony. But if you say, I love you so much I could eat you, that's an expression, as a way of saying to a person, you attract me so much that I can't help it. I'm absolutely bowled over by you. I'm gone. A total mutual interdependence between what we call the self and what we call another. That's the way it is. And so if you're perfectly honest about loving yourself, and you don't pull any punches, you don't pretend that you're anything other than exactly what you are, you suddenly come to discover that the self you love, if you really go into it, But the stuff you love, if you really go into it, is the universe. You don't like all of it. You're selective about it, as we saw in the beginning. Everybody has a shadow. And that the main task of the psychologist is to do what he calls to integrate the evil. To, as it were, the devil in us, in its proper function. As you see, it's always the devil. The unacknowledged one, the outcast, the scapegoat, the bastard, the bad guy. You see, the black sheep of the family. It's always, along with their creative results. Take Jesus, for example. Trouble that Jesus created is absolutely unhealthy. Think of the truth, say, it's the inheritance of heaven only the first. Come on, in the name of Jesus. Try to be a troublemaker. So as a great healer, we see it all goes together. Leon tell that the whole point was to bring the two together by a kind of fantastic honesty to penetrate one's own motivations to the depths. Nobody can be completely honest. You will try and have a great deal of success exploring your motivation, your dark, unconscious self. But nobody can be completely honest. You will try and have fantastic honesty to penetrate one's own motivations to the depths. Nobody can be completely honest. You will try and have a great deal of success exploring your motivation, your dark, unconscious self. But nobody can be completely